Hi, I'm Ian, your SD MLS specialist. Let's talk about the Collab Center Preferences Wizard. For mastery of this and all topics, please remember to play, pause, and practice. To start your Collab Center Preferences Wizard, let's go to the Preferences icon at the top of Paragon. Once you click on it, we're going to want to move the mouse down and then over to Collab Center Preferences Wizard. Let's click on it. When the box opens up, it will let you know, of course, that you've entered the Collab Center Preferences Wizard. You will need to click Start to get started. If this is your first time getting to this page, you will see a smaller box which generally has your name. I would recommend keeping your name as it is in the box and then clicking the Start button. This is the page where you are going to create the name of your website. You generally would want to leave it as your name as opposed to a company name. This is an option that cannot be changed. You may update your office several times. Generally, your name is not going to change, so that is a safe option to choose. However, feel free to type anything in that box that you'd like, and then click on your next button. There cannot be any spaces. If you wish to make it appear as if there's a space, you can use the underscore. Once you've decided on a name, you're going to click Next. And again, if this is your first time, a new box will come up asking you to click on a button that says Create. As long as you have a unique name written here that has not been used by anyone else in the MLS, when you click on Create, you will get a confirmation that the name cannot be changed and you have a Collab Center started. At that point, we're going to get to the next step. Here is where you can set your agent information. Your first and last name will be here already. You can decide whether or not to display your primary number, which I would recommend that you put a check mark in that box, and then click here and choose which number you'd like to display. If you have a secondary number, go ahead and put a check mark in this box, and then click on the drop-down box to choose your secondary number. Again, if you wish to display your email address or a web page that you have stored on file, include those here. If you have a Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Google link URL that you'd like to add here, please go ahead and do so. You will notice that if you have a picture added into the system, it will already be here for you. Let's click Next. The About Me page is where you can, of course, speak about yourself. Also give a brief introduction into the Collab Center and the options that are available. Feel free to rewrite and adjust this page as you'd like. You'll notice your editing options here across the top of the page. Let's click Next. The Links page is a place for you to add your own links or websites. For instance, if you have people moving to San Diego, you may want to include the Chamber of Commerce or links to WalkScore or possibly greatschools.com. Any other links that you feel would be valuable to your clients, different sites, even your own website, you can definitely add that here on this page. Anything added here will be available for all clients. Let's click Next to get to the next step. Now on this page, it's asking about the office information. Most people choose to remove the check marks from this page in the primary and secondary. The only numbers that you will see in this section are numbers put in place by the broker of your office. Most likely it will just be the main number to your office. If you wish to have that displayed, go ahead and put a check mark in. But again, generally, people have those removed since your most important numbers were selected on the agent information page. It is generally a good idea to make sure the check mark is in the display office logo, so that way your office does have representation on the page. Once you've made your selections here, let's click on Next. Now, when we get here to agent notification options, I generally recommend that you have most of these selected. Again, let's pay attention to agent notification options. These are reasons that you, the agent, would wish to receive a notification. Do you wish to receive notifications that relate to new listings, price changes, status changes, initial photo being added to a listing, open houses, tours, favorites, possibles? Yes. I generally recommend you take the check mark away from rejected, maybe even take it away from possible. But these generally are fairly important, and you'd want to be notified of these options, as well as these down here. I'd also recommend always leaving the check mark in down here. This last check mark references client notifications. If you go onto the Collab Center site and make a comment, this is saying that you wish for the system to let your client know that you have made that comment. Let's click Next to get to the last page. This here is one of the most important pages. This is where you set the options for searching on the Collab Center. I'd recommend keeping this on New only, which means that your clients can create new searches. You're able to select the type of search they can perform. Maybe you only want them to be able to find residential properties, so you'd remove those check marks. And again, bear in mind that these are options that will affect all of your clients. So if you have some clients that are looking for lots and others that want residential income and residential properties, you would want to have all possible options selected because this will affect all clients. Now, as you're scrolling down, the next section, the last section, is which statuses do you wish to allow them to search? Active is usually the best option to choose. If you wish to add pending, expired, or sold, please feel free to do so, although it's generally a good idea to keep your clients focused on active listings since that is what they're searching for. This will not limit what they can see on the website. Should an active property be switched over to pending or to sold, it would, of course, display as sold. This section is purely saying that they will only be able to search for new homes that are active. Let's click on Next, and you'll see a congratulations. That's all there is to it. This option can be reached again and as many times as you'd like through the Preferences icon at the very top of the page by going to Preferences and then Collab Center Preferences Wizard. This has been the Collab Center Preferences Wizard, and for other videos, please come to sdmls.com, click on the Paragon icon in the top left corner, and then select Training Videos. This has been Ian, your SDMLS specialist, reminding you to play, pause, and practice.